What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Last episode we got all tuned up. According to Virtual Dyno, made 460 to the wheel, 30 PSI. Pretty happy with that. But now that we're done with tuning, I gotta start working on the outside of the car, and what a better way than to start throwing on the WideBody. The dreaded WideBody that I have not really enjoyed all that much. I'm gonna try to put this back on and see if I like it. I haven't enjoyed it. I'm gonna try some stuff. I'm gonna try some things and I'm gonna see if I can make it work and see if this thing will work with me. If not, I'll take it to the shop and I'll let them deal with it. I've got a couple more holes to drill because some rivets were never completed, but the holes were drilled out on the kit. So I'm gonna drill these real fast. I've made my marks, and then I'm gonna install some rivets. Not too bad. The reason why those ones are over the wrap is because I wrapped the car. And just that little guy right there. This, which one is it? This one right here is loose. So I'm gonna epoxy the back of it. Once I install the kit, I'll do that. So I've got my rivets done. My advice for anybody wanting to do a wide body kit is you're gonna hate it if you spend less. So do it right. Don't buy a rep kit, buy authentic, even if you think it's from a really big vendor. Buy authentic. I'm gonna take some other pieces off. Should be on to the next thing, which would be taking off the side skirts and the front fenders. But I think I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. I'll take all the rears off, and when you guys are back, everything will just be off. All right, front fenders and side skirts are off. These things have been awesome, by the way. Got them off of Amazon, actually, and I just put them in. I think, yeah, we welded them onto the frame. I haven't looked back. Car feels pretty good when turning. But look at all this sand on this side skirt, man. This is like maybe 5 to 7 pounds of sand or something. A lot of sand. And that's just picking it up from the tire. I don't have my tire covers. I don't have a lot from this car. If you think I'm ruining a zero rust, no accident, low mileage Evo 8 chassis by putting a wide body on and drilling into it and stuff like that, you clearly do not know my car. It's been in a couple of accidents. One of them was with me as the owner. There's been a lot of damage towards the front. That's why there's this guy right here. It's not total heresy. Let's see if we can get these front fenders on. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna fit with the side skirts. Honestly, it's not looking so bad from the side. When you start getting up here, there's huge gaps. Like here, the door jam, or the door still kind of hits. To me, that's kind of a big thing. I want it to look, I know it's not the greatest, kit, but I'd like to try to give it as much of a shot as possible. But if this simple stuff's not lining up and I can't use my door, I don't really want to have to do a bunch of body work to it, because I'd already done a bunch of body work to get it to fit. I think it's looking pretty good for the most part. I think it's just the fronts that are bothering me. There's some stuff in the rear that I'm gonna have to do as well, but I'll get there. I'll get to that when I get there. So I think what I'm gonna do on the passenger side, it's right here, side skirt, and then the large fender. I think I'm gonna do on the other side the side skirt, but then throw out the front fender with the Evo Dave mod, and just throw like a little spacer on it to kind of push it out and see if that does, or if that gives off the look that I want. Because I still want it to look decent, and I think the side skirts with some modifications and some support will be good. But I think that's where I'm at, and I think I'm off to a good start. So I'm gonna try to throw on the OEM fender again, and then throw on that side skirt. So I like how the bottom lines up, the side skirt lines up with the rear over here. Just not a big fan of this gap that's right there, and I can't really do anything about it. And then this is with the OEM fender, just pushed out a little bit. This one, it isn't bad, man. The only issue that I'm having right now is that this side skirt, for whatever reason, is rubbing, which I'm gonna try to figure out if I can, figure that out. And then there's just a gap right here, which I might be able to fill. And I think that might be the way that I'm gonna go. So I like the OEM look. The front fenders just aren't really matching up. I'll hold on to them. They're just not really doing what I was hoping they were gonna do. And then the rears are gonna go on and hopefully go on straight. So I think that's where I'm at right now. I spent a couple hours just kind of massaging some stuff and trying to get it to fit. But ultimately, I think I'm going to stick with the OEM front fenders. Figure out what I need to do with the this side skirt over here. Get that old, get the wide body one off, and then just do the Evo Dave mod to it. See how far I can push them out. I'm going to go to sleep. You know, I really like these fenders. I'm going to fix the bottom, but I was able to massage it a little bit closer. So I think that's going to be more usable. There's a couple little things I got to do on that side. The OEM fender, don't get me wrong, man, it looks, I guess the word would be like, you know, it looks tough poking out like that. I think I'm going to try the Voltex. There's a really big gap down there. It's going to be wider. I've tried to do it as wide as the wide fender, but it's just not the same. I'm going to take this fender off. I'm also going to try to figure out what's going on down here, because my door is starting to get in there. So, excuse me. I'm going to try to figure out what's going on and try to get to the bottom of it. It's been a couple hours already. I've just been trying to massage, you know, trying to make it work, man. I've just been trying to make it work. So I am happy with what I got so far. Let's continue the hours of body work that it is to make a kit work. Get what you pay for. It doesn't look like much. I redid the rear rivet and the front rivet. Those took some time. I also redid a rivet on the other side. The wide fender is on. Doesn't look half bad. And I think the more I work with it, the more I think I'm coming to enjoy it. I'm not going to be able to use my my carbon struts. I'm going to need to get the rod, because I'm not going to be able to, these things are cracking. I think the only thing left is to throw on the side skirts over here, and then start working on the rear and just see how the side skirts mount. Once I figure out how they mount, and once I like them, I'm going to remove the little plastic piece from these side skirts, and then take off those side skirts, drill the holes, put some bolts and nuts to keep them there, and then I think it's self-tapping screws that go up into the car. Yeah, I think it's self-tapping, but to be fair, I don't know. I'm going to put on the side skirts on the passenger side, see how they are, and then I'm going to call it a night. A couple hours here and there. We'll get there eventually. Place is starting to feel like a shop. There's just parts everywhere. I was able to massage that a little bit. I was able to work with this headlight. I put a little bit of a gasket, you know, in between, just to kind of keep it steady. I can't lift it up anymore. And I still haven't done the front bumper yet, but front fender's on. I just replaced the dam off the OEM side skirt and put it on the Voltex to kind of stabilize it, because if you don't, it just wiggles everywhere. And then I should be able to throw the rears on, and I should have the driver's side, if not done, very close to being done, like extremely close. We're gonna be doing the same thing with this side skirt with that dam over there, and then throw the rears on. And I think we'll be looking pretty good. I still got to adjust this Voltex side skirt just because of it's starting to come up, so I got to get it to go down, which I'm hoping that'll do what I think it'll do. It's just weird, man. Just really weird. I think I can. Yeah, like barely. I don't know if that was something that could have been caught, but I'm gonna see if I can possibly get this guy to just go down a little bit. See if I can get it to fit. Yeah, definitely dirty and definitely need to rewrap the fenders, side skirts, and the rears, but I think I'm making good progress little by little. All right, figured out the spacers I'm going to use. We got the wide body kit on. The side skirts after using the air dam from the other side skirts. Pretty solid. I'm going to tie it back into here with this guy with some hardware that I need to grab. Doing good. Another day, a couple hours of work. My dogs think somebody's knocking. Take the brake pads off, decompress the pistons again, throw them back on because I think one of my calipers are sticking. I've bled them and I've bench bled the master, so I don't know what else to really do besides try to put them on again, see if that does anything. And then when I throw the bumper back on, so I just fit it with the new wide front fenders. I'll see if I need to make any cuts or if I'm making any contact with the bumper and see if I need to take anything out. That's where we are. It's not too shabby. Had some issues with the door. I got it to open and close now without catching. Definitely need that hardware in the back so I can clip to that and make it not move. Enjoy. Another day, another couple hours. I think I was able to get stuff the way as close as I can. Side skirts don't move. I was able to get the hardware on to keep this thing stable, because otherwise it just flaps. So I know it doesn't look all that great, but I'm going to show everything that, you know, as far as this kit goes. I will be trimming the inside of this wheel arch once I throw the 275s on. You know, there's really no going back, so I'm gonna trim that up. I'm gonna see if I can roll the rear fender, yeah, the rear fenders, or the rear, whatever, the rear, so that way I don't have to cut. I'd rather not cut if I don't need to, but we'll just see where my mind's at with it. If I cut it, you know, so be it. You know, I've already got holes. Not really much different now, right? But I've got that on there. I'm pretty sure my emergency brakes, after some adjustment, are the way that I want them to be. If not, they're just gonna grind those pads, you know, as I'm driving. But let's try some different spacers and see what's best. I think the rears we're gonna do 20s, see how those go on. So I got the wheels and tires on. So plus 12 in the front, 255/40 17s. Got a 20 in the rear. It's a little bit of negative camber, which I think I'm gonna go back to no camber in the back, because it seems to be pretty spot on right there. So when I go to the 275 35 plus 15 offset, this should be looking pretty good. Over here, this is kicked out a little bit. I've tried everything I could to work with it, but that's how it also was when I had the OEM fenders on it. So I'm pretty sure this thing has been more than my incident. It's been in more than just that little incident over there, so I'm pretty sure there's some tomfoolery going on. Well, got about as far as I'm gonna get. I just need a washer now, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm tired. Nice. Today's the day. Gonna go for a quick little test drive. Drive went really well. No complaints. I don't think the brakes are locking up anymore. I think I just needed to, you know, totally decompress the pistons, which I think for whatever reason worked. I'll bleed them again at a later date. I want to wash this thing real fast because it's getting a little dark, and man, really excited to drive this thing again. Yeah, dude, much cleaner now. Wash the car down. Much better. Not a whole bunch of dust and stuff. This will be getting wrapped. You know, all the fenders and all the other wide body pieces will be getting rewrapped. But looks really good. I'd say it's not bad, man. Did a little trunk or treat. Wide body doesn't look too bad. I'm happy with it. A couple hours a night just to kind of massage everything and get it into place. The biggest issues that I've had right now are actually really just the wrap kind of coming off the door. I need to work on that a little bit. That one's going to be real easy to do, so I'm pretty sure I figured it out. But I think we're doing pretty great. So wide body's back on. And I gotta tell you, I'm pretty pleased. Pretty pleased. I think that's kind of the end of it. I don't really know what else to really do. I need to work on my shifts and figure out where my clutch pedal wants to be at. So I did adjust it, but I think I adjusted it poorly. So that's on my end. Man! Love that feeling. Love it. For a daily, or even a street-driven car, I think an FP Red style turbo, MHI, or single scroll housing. It's just money, man. Well, I am on a back road. Woo! Yes! Man. Maybe I just need some seat time. I love this thing. It's becoming a reality. I'm happy where it's at. I'm happy where it's going to be going. Dreamer dude, it's up to you. Until next time.